What's popular YouTube? Another day, another demo coming to you hot after HLTV confirmed. Overlay adjustment. Perfect. I just recorded this episode, HLTV confirmed. Dream come true to go on HLTV confirmed. I've watched every single minute of every single episode of HLTV confirmed. It's in my rotation as one of my main sources of Counter-Strike content. I love the show. I love Prof, Striker, and Sponge, and listening to their opinions and all the guests that they have on the show. So this is the one I'm in. Look, that's me on the show. 0 to hero. Wow, really grown up here. Okay, we've got so many good episodes to watch if you guys haven't seen them. And it's this one was basically, so a lot of the times they'll have a player, they had a coach here, Peacemaker, and they'll talk about things in the scene, like stuff that we don't know about or players behind the scenes stuff. It's so interesting. Love it. The Cadian one, last one was really good. Hard act to follow. But this one we talked all about online CS, and we talked about different tournament organizers, kind of like one by one. And we talked about pretty much everything. There's a lot of rants in there, a lot of yelling moments. Very good to watch, I'd say. Any thoughts that I may have about the online period and tournament organizers and stuff? I was very candid. I try to be very honest about everything and make it a good show. And I think it was great. And I'm really glad that I got to go on. That's pretty awesome. And I'm like not even joking. Like that's super cool to be able to go on to that show. So I would recommend watching it. It'll be on YouTube as well, so you can check it out there. Today, we're going to be doing Aleksib because Aleksib farmed the hell out of Cloud9. This is officially Aleksib's side channel. All right, let's go to youtube.com/csboxer. Go to videos, and then count up the amount of times that we see Aleksib. Okay, this isn't going to be number 3, is it? There's one right here where Aleksib has an IGL, and then there's another one where we scroll down a little bit more. Aleksib, surely he's going to come up soon. Okay, I think I missed him. Aleksib 18-0 and CT side train, and then I think there's even one more on my other channel. He's made frequent appearances. He is the focus of this channel. Okay, Aleksib, this guy right here. All right, and for some reason we've converted our whole internet profile. There's little Mumi, and everything is now Suomi fan. Okay, it's become a very Finnish Twitter. Okay, listen, guys. Nobody tweets more than I do. Okay, please follow me on Twitter. Look at how much I tweet. 1,000 tweets in the last 28 days. That's over 30 tweets a day. If you're looking for a reason to use Twitter for the first time, this is the site I like. You can hate social media or whatever. I cannot stop using Twitter. I don't mess with Instagram or anything like that. I love Twitter. I use Twitter a lot. I really want you guys to follow me on Twitter if you don't already. That is the spot where you'll find me. Anything that we talk about, I tweet about the channel all the time. And people tweet me ideas for videos and stuff. And I really recommend going to Twitter to find me. That's the spot. Why did we start talking about Twitter? I don't know. But Aleksib, he's the focus. So what's the deal with Aleksib? Here's the player. I appreciate the comment from yesterday, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look. I think it said here in something. Sometimes I go off on a tangent. I do an intro with a story, and then I don't really lead into the demo as well. And somebody said, I like how you gave focus points in past videos before going into the demo, like paying attention to pre-aiming Xantares demo. So I should do that with Aleksib as well. I know this is really just a giant intro with a demo at the end, but why don't we talk about Aleksib as a player and what the deal is here? Okay, so with this OG project, Aleksib was the question mark. Cut from ENCE. I think Thorin mentioned that like Alu told FaZe he wasn't that great of an IGL, so he didn't go to FaZe. Then he got working with this OG project, and then Now, OG are a pretty amazing team. They are consistently climbing the rankings, and they are pretty much went from a big joke to actually doing really well. And I believed in them the whole time because I really believe in the pieces. For me in specific, it was Aleksib and Valda, who I really always looked at as incredibly smart players that like I was personally just a fan of. So when they came together, MBK, Issa, Montu, I was just like super excited. I was like, this team has so much IQ. Like I'm sure they'll be a great team. And now they're top 6, which is amazing. I've been cheering for them the whole way. But it never fails to surprise me on a team full of talent that Aleksib can be far and away the best player on the team individually. And I mean, when I mean far and away, I mean like the last demo we did on Aleksib, or one of the last, was when he went 18-0 on a CT side, and he just has these performances that I swear I think the only criticism I've ever had of Aleksib was like sometimes it feels like his mechanics don't keep up with the kind of plays he makes. But he seriously has just such unbelievable matches sometimes. I just wonder like what the deal is. So that's what we're going to be looking for today. How does this guy have such outstanding performances while also being such a heavily in-tune caller and who micromanages quite often in mid-rounds and stuff? And how does he pull it all off? How does he call? How does he frag so hard? These are the questions I want to know the answers to. And in this match versus Flashpoint, we're also going to double dip here. We're watching Cloud9. We're going to watch the POV of Aleksib for this one, just because I've been enjoying the POVs again. And maybe we'll watch like the demo from Cloud9. We will resume Brokey Week, but we got interrupted by Automatic and Aleksib, and then maybe we'll resume Brokey Week. Maybe we'll watch the other 4 halves of this game from Cloud9's perspective. I don't know, man. There's so much to watch, man. Counter-Strike's just never. There's just so every day. Did I do what's popular YouTube another day, another demo? I don't know, but every day there's new demo every day that I need to watch. There's just so much content for this channel. When are we ever going to run out of content? There's just so much content that I end up not doing some content, and then something new comes up, and it's just like there's just too much. There's just so much to do. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but there's just so much content. Counter-Strike's the best. All right, let's get into the demo. Let me just double confirm that the thing is working here as we look into it. Need visual confirmation on OBS, please. And we're going to look perfect. And we're going to look now at Aleksib on the CT side versus the Cloud9 Colossus. Aleksib 1440 by 1080p. I put in his Bob. I put in his view model. Okay, by popular request. Copied everything over. We got his crosshair. We got his dually skins. I put that in. I actually love these dually skins. They're actually insane. Oh my god, absolutely denied. And see, that's already impact. That's the mini smoke that he just blocked by... He closed the door. I don't even know what just happened. Did he close the door on the smoke and then it didn't bounce properly? Because they're literally just screwed. However, somehow Cloud9 got 2 kills. Okay, never mind. They're doing fine. That was a very interesting situation. It feels like the door popped in the smoke popped in the door or something. That's wild. I'll have to watch that back in the demo. In the VOD. But it was a good heads-up play. They still lose. And I believe in this game, a team doesn't get more than 7 or 8 rounds. We'll see how many rounds they get. Okay, sitting in mini, knows there's an outside split. Always worried about Squeaky in this spot. Trades come down, and Cloud9 will pick it up. Wow, Cloud9 Colossus. Multi-million-dollar Henry G. Colossus, they're looking good. What's the move now? The eco round. Okay. Oh. It's an outdoor jam. Interesting. Looking for lurks now. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Watch them win this. Full USP, watch it. Watch it. This is like they're happy right now because they haven't seen anybody. It could be a walk ramp. It could be a walk ramp. They have to be worried about that. Okay, flash inside. Okay, now you probably want to move because they can wait for a lurk if they want to. But yeah, the nades come out. It's like, all right, fine. It's not looking too hot. So the way that I would describe Aleksib as a player is a player caller, a guy who IGLs specific tactics around himself with a lot of aggressive maneuvers on T side, CT side, using smokes. He's very, very good with smokes. I think that's one of the highlight features of Aleksib is how crafty he is with his smokes and how he uses smokes that don't just land in choke points. He uses like right-click smokes that land out in the open, and tries to play around them a lot. So that's what I'll be looking for a lot in this demo. He's very comfortable with the smokes, and I think that's a huge way to get kills versus good players, is to be able to understand the smokes better than they do. So of course you can throw all your nades perfectly accurate standing on the ladder, and it'll sit here like a turret. Everything else is fine. And sitting in the vent, of course, just it's so easy because it denies anybody from coming down. And I'm going to turn off my Steam notifications really quick. And yeah, you sit on the ladder. Fun fact, if you didn't know, if you're on the ladder and someone comes onto the ladder, if you knife someone in the feet, they die in one hit. It counts as a backstab if you stab them in the feet. So anybody dropping down the vent, it's really good to sit there on the ladder. No problem. Okay, so we have the set molly onto the top of mini. And we have the, I don't know if that's for a smoke that bounces. It could be for there's like a specific variation of wall smokes that goes kind of like an L block outside. So that could be one to stop the smoke that lands on top of mini. It could be stopping people from a fast wrap. I'm not actually sure. Maybe both. So these are the smokes that he's waiting for. Bounce off of mini. And let's see how they play this when they lose outside control. So versus these smokes, people can walk up close to them and then walk towards secret. And the reason you walk up close to them is because you don't want to get spotted from heaven, from CT heaven. But sometimes people use them to push through, so you have to be very, very careful when you're on CT side, not to assume they're just walking close to the smokes to go lower. So now in the 3-on-3 in the mini, waiting for sound cues, might shoot some bullets here. Yeah, looking for the front side plant if they're scared of heaven, which is totally possible. And we're going to start to think about utility. Everybody moving in together. This is not a very good spot to be in, of course, if you're retaking, but it's still very possible. They've Valda is in a strong position, and they're starting to clear out the hut. That was almost a great kill. Oh, he got damage, actually. I'm not sure if that was the same player, but he got some damage, I think. Okay, Cloud9 go up 4-1. How the hell do OG get back into this? So this round, a lot of trades are going down. They're not necessarily Aleksib's fault. He's staying alive a lot. His teammates are dying. I'm not trying to cast blame, just we don't get to see a lot of the action or where the actual problems are. So you see what I mean? Aleksib floating a little bit here. Going into Squeaky, or going into secret, and he was the guy to stop them inside of Squeaky. And we see how he uses his own smokes. Crafty Aleksib, hair slicked back. On the F1 track, Aleksib. Once you're spotted, he's trying to get an angle. Off the weird rotation of the smoke, it comes up. He doesn't see anything. Outside looks okay. There could be a lurker that could come late, but for the meantime, it's not so bad. So now he's going to be aware of a vent drop. It looks like they're nervous about it in a way that he's not particularly sure if someone could have dropped. You never know sometimes with smokes. But an upstairs take, that's not what Aleksib wants to see. So, oh my god, they come on the vent. Oh my god, he shoots them both. And he gets the headshot, and he does it off the ladder. He's a lucky man. Aleksib is a lucky man. Powerball Aleksib. Powerball winner Aleksib. I mean, the guy right on top of him was easy, for sure. Okay, that's some good damage. That's at least 78 damage right there. 3 bullets, for sure. That guy could have died hitting the mini. Could have landed on his feet and get his legs squished all the way up to his kneecaps. Oh my god, not again. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? I don't know what to say about that. That's actually ridiculous. Mr. Right Time, Right Place, Aleksib. Woxic says, sit down, Issa. Good friends, Woxic and Issa. Would have been really cool to see them on the same team. It's actually pretty funny that they're fighting each other. Issa doesn't message him, or doesn't respond. He just messages him on Steam, probably. And it says, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Well, that's an interesting couple of rounds. A pure farm fiesta for Aleksib on the ladder. That was a strange one. Okay. Squeaky gets blown open, so he has to be careful about his rotation back inside. That's literally just for the player who might be jumping off. And instead of going mini... Oh, they lost ramp on here, on this one, so taking a passive angle. His teammate's doing most of the work at this point. And it's really no problem. Okay, he gets the final kill. Sorry for skipping through that. Spam down through Squeaky has been the king of making sure that Squeaky isn't a problem in this game. That's what we're looking at, right? He's not died holding the vent. He's +1 kill there on a rifle round versus a player trying to pressure Squeaky where he's at. And Squeaky and outside are Squeaky outside and ramp are the three most important choke points. But Squeaky is the most important to hold, right? You don't have to hold outside. You don't have to hold ramp. Ramp, you spot, you fall back, you get some damage, you fall back. Outside, you can press up, you can play it aggressively, but you can avoid it, play in secret, you can play in heaven, you can play back in CT spawn to make sure they can't wrap. You don't have to play outside. Squeaky, you don't give up Squeaky. You don't let them out of Squeaky. You watch it all the time. You don't let them get down vent. That is the #1 strongest connection for a T team to make early in the round, dropping down the vent. So it's been critical that we've seen Aleksib really make sure to understand when to rotate better and be in the vent at the right time. Okay, Aleksib opens the door for his teammate. Quick shot into the head of Floppy. No chance. And Issa, okay, we'll just knife him. Back to Jordan with you, Issa. He is actually in Jordan right now, I think. So it's a little bit weird of a comment for me to make. Okay, this molly is to stop that cross smoke. It'll be successful. Did they delay it? Oh, did they delay the... Wait, did they delay the cross smoke? Or they leave it open? Wait, what's going on? Did they... They didn't even throw the second cross smoke and then... Wait, what? I don't even understand how that would be a mind game. So the molly goes down so that the two smokes that bounce to connect the cross. Someone in the comments going to point something obvious that I didn't realize, but the smokes go down for the cross and Aleksib throws the molly to catch them. And it can catch both actually. But they don't throw the shorter smoke. The molly goes up and then they just fly across outside through mini. And I don't know if they just faked outside control maybe with the couple of smokes they had. But whatever, it worked. What a weird one. My first reaction is like, wow, what a 5-head play by Cloud9. And then I was like, wait, what's the actual value of that? They probably just didn't have much money and then just threw smoke so it looks like they're taking outside aggressively. So let's see here. And again, you have to throw those mollies preemptively. So it's really cool when teams block it. His aim has been outstanding. Aleksib making me want to switch to the silenced M4. Man doesn't even have a skin for it. Credit card gets swiped. Aleksib is out. And a round is lost. Basically, whenever Aleksib's been there, he's gotten mad kills. I'm going to take a look at the stats page again really quickly because I don't understand how he would have had so many kills here. 25 and 11, but this is with an overtime. Oh, that's why. 2 overtimes. Okay, but it's still been a pretty outstanding half so far. Okay, This is interesting. I mean, whenever Aleksib's been involved, and he's been pretty active, it's been no problem. Nobody else can seem to trade out effectively, though. Okay. So he's trying to read to see if there's a play. Call this out. Get the info fast, because he can, if he gets this info quickly, see green can leave him. I think he might have heard a step. Oh, the flash will go over. It's perfectly timed with Montu. He's in a strong position. He'll sit back here and look to shoot the cross. Montu has the trade, so that's all that's important. I was surprised to see Aleksib not fall all the way back, but you can see that he could have died trying to do that, so might have been a wiser move to try to fight. A nice short flash to catch him off, but it's not enough, and is once again, like there's no other trades. Upstairs is getting absolutely dumpstered when he's not there. We might have to watch this. Some of these from Cloud9's perspective might be cool to watch. So here's not a great round with just a deagle. You see these smokes that Aleksib uses, always very crafty with the smokes. Throws it outside. He's looking at the corner, eyes in the corner of his screen, looking for a walk-in wrap for Mini. He's using all corners. You see that? Top of Mini smoke. He's using smokes everywhere. He's using every angle of the smoke. This is a huge feature of Aleksib's game. Great reason to watch his demos. Sorry for putting you on blast like this, Aleksib. I know every team in the world is watching my YouTube videos. I don't mean to make your life harder. But I think this is a big reason he does so well. Okay, well, with this much time left over, I'm scared for Cloud9, to be honest. It looks like we've got some pretty good control here from OG. Don't know if the wrap is coming. And OG and Aleksib's just waiting to see if they wrap upstairs. It's still possible they wrap upstairs. We'll see. He's going to push through, try to catch them. Do you not hear? Oh, they're lower. They're lower. Okay. Based on how well he's shooting, I'm going to guess he gets this kill. 3, 2, 1, and dead. Boom. Like clockwork. AK secured, but it's a save. We'll move on to the next round. Let's see what that AK do. Trying to punish anybody for dropping on top of Mini. They've done it a few times. Been a pretty scary half from that perspective. Lots of different looks outside from Cloud9. I was quite impressed, honestly, by how much they prepared on Inferno. Esatag straight up gets out-dueled. Him and Floppy have been getting out-dueled pretty consistently. And why are we rotating lower here? Let's see. A lot of ramp being taken. Valda is low, so makes sense to ask for some help. And I guess it'll just be like kind of a 3-2 setup, I think. Our Mr. Yellow Man is just above Aleksib B over under heaven. Okay. Another couple of good trades. Looking super sharp, and yeah, I mean, smart to be here. It does help out Valda. Cloud9, in a sense, picked the correct duel to take versus Valda on the lower site, but Aleksib B doesn't move. It's just been very smart about where to rotate. I assume a lot of this has to do with communication too. If you guys watch that, there was this amazing round at Blast where Aleksib B kind of displayed how much mid-rounding he does. And there's another kill to stop him from coming out of Squeaky. See if he comes through this. Yeah, he comes flying through this F1 race car swing. And yeah, Aleksib has a huge part in the comms. Okay. 2-on-1 situation. He knows they could try to push, so he doesn't want to go and die. Oh, this is interesting. Wow, this is a fake. He's actually going to come back. I don't know if this will... So if someone's in the vent, then they might not hold this, right? but if they're not in the vent, it might not matter. So we'll see. It looks like a Heisenberger app here. He's going to go for it. Let's see if the guy's turned around. Woxic had tucked in, so I think Woxic would have heard that. And Aleksib comes flying around the corner. I think that was a position where it was like a perfect trade opportunity. So even if Aleksib died, they're in a pretty good spot to kill him. If there was anybody who could have denied the trade, it would have been Woxic for sure. But that was cool. That was cool. I think we should watch the rest. I think we should watch the Cloud9 demos. Like, give me a list of things right now, because right now is basically we've got Cloud9 demos because I want to watch them all. We've got Aleksib played like hella well on all the maps. I don't know if we're gonna do another Lexi, but then I want to watch the Brokey demos. I think I kind of want to watch the Brokey demos the most. So maybe we'll do the Brokey demo. Maybe we'll just do another. Maybe we'll just complete Brokey week and then move on. Yeah, what do you think? We should do that, right? Okay, let me know what you guys think. I've already been yelling on the podcast for about 3 hours, a 3-hour long HLTV confirmed. So I'm a bit juiced. I want to make sure my voice doesn't go out. I'll come back here for another demo. I'll try to upload a little bit earlier tomorrow, like in the morning, actually. In the morning. I want to try to learn some Finnish. Let me see a Finnish word. I said good morning in Finnish on Twitter. Hi,
Hyvää huomenta.
Hyvää huomenta. Hyvää huomenta. Good morning. Hyvää huomenta. How's that? How's my Finnish? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, I'll see you tomorrow for another demo.